Katie York set to get this one started. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
Just knowing this quarterback in his mindset, there is no question he would give up 400-some yards. He threw 4 last week for a W. Really, stats don't matter. No matter how productive you are playing that position, and boy, was he last week. It really comes down to finding a way to win. As they like to say, winners win in the end, and he and his crew got to get it done today.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go. Go.
From the 37. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a New England first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To throw it on first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Cut by Hunt.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie out of Miami with the pick. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be the last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody... play up, and most important, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That's complete inside the 35-yard line. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. York tacks on that extra point. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is York to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. New England taking the field. Its second series of the game coming up. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Let's go now.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to hit Mason, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Back to throw now. Mason there to haul it in. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Caught, nice gain left side. He will go! Touchdown, New England! The Patriots get it down to a single point. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in. Right, higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Bengals and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And that passing touchdown he started this game off with, just what we expected from somebody who you can see is among the NFL leaders in finding the end zone this year. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 10. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The New England offense running out now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, second down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
So before they get the snap away, back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, this is one of those times and moments that even though it's been years and decades, I could still hear the great Mike Holmgren saying to me, after I tried to scramble as a QB that couldn't really run like our guy today, and he would say, "Oh, Brock, bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart." And really what he's saying is, don't ever try that again.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. He's going to throw this one. From the pocket, he's taking a shot down the left side. And no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
What a great fight from those blockers to keep buying and time in the pocket to find the throw. You wish that effort could have been rewarded with a completion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Bengals ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest.
Back at 60. Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 27-yard line.
And 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cowboy 80. Go.
Another try following the sack. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 13-point lead. York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. On now is York to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Here's New England ready once again on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. From the gun, here's a body conduct. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon, they're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Slot man in motion left. From the 35 on 2nd down. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Trying to get it with the option. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Wow, the start he is on. This is going to be a heck of a performance if he and his quarterback can keep this pace up today, Brock.
And by starting so strong, he's going to benefit all of his fellow receivers. This defense is going to have to start dictating coverage to him, and it's going to open up his boys.
1st and 10, looking to throw. He lofts it deep left. This is brought in at the 15. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Now he's York to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Patriots offense all set to go. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set.
First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a New England 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Bengals have it as he records the 1st interception of his young career.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. And this was something we knew pretty early on this season. He was going to accomplish this year barring injury, right? What's impressive is how quickly he's reached that 1,000-yard mark. There's still considerable season left for him to take that total much higher. He's got it near the 8. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. And it's the Bengals looking at 1st and 5.
18 Rattler. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Cincinnati! York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals continue piling onto this lead. On now is York to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Locates Jefferson along the sideline. Complete. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Man in motion, headed right. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots chop some of the lead off before the half. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive.
Ready. 65, Cat. Take go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for them at the 38. Pass play on 1st and 10. On target to Worthy. And this one doesn't go far. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. They'll throw it. Connects on the crosser. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Well, the teams are ready. The fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Looking for a target. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing from the gun. Called in by Worthy. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. From the gun on third down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. And that completion gets him up to 400 yards in the football game. No, it's a tough mark to reach, but one that every quarterback takes pride in being able to reach, or at least challenge every so often. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Still sticking with the passing game. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Let's go.
Looking for a throw here. Got for big yards on the right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. He'll throw it yet again. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. If only every game could go like this for him, right? He's been fed targets, and it seems like he's not just been able to bring them in, but he's... happen every time he gets that football.
I'm having Marvin Harrison flashbacks right now, Kate. Being on the sidelines, watching that guy work, and in games like this, moments like this, where you can't feed him enough because that defense just simply has no answers.
He's on the move. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
18, Pioneer. Here we go.
Throwing from the gun here. The throw is caught. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. I'm just going to go out on a limb, partner, and say that this defense probably pretty tired of having to deal with this guy by this point.
Tired or exhausted?
Both?
Yes. Yeah, they don't have an answer. And when you've got an elite guy like this, no matter what you throw at him and he delivers, man, it puts you to sleep.
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. You're good on the point after. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again. On now is York to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots running their offense out there. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series.
Reload.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, set. Go.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Completed over the middle. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll throw on first. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Talk 70, talk 70. Come on, set, hook.
He breaks a tackle. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
On the jump.
They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go now. Huh. Set, go. Set, go.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate. They hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Set.
Back to throw. That finds Hunt complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
First down from the red zone. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Second and 3 now.
Let's go.
Here's a toss headed right. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Patriots have it. 1 quarter. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Ready.
Dropping back to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
Here we go. Here we go. Cut up.
Play action on 1st down. And he brings it in for a New England touchdown. The Patriots putting up points in a game decided. On his Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Patriots 21.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the... They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Go.
Airing it out to start this drive. They left him wide open. It's complete. They get 40 on the big hitter. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally...
Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Patriots will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit.
And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Patriots get it back to a 14-point game.
Patriots 28.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by... Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Go!
Pass play coming here. Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Now he's York to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense headed back to the field. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. He completes it in traffic.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Let's go now.
From the 32. Finds him over the middle. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
18 on the play. 1st down, New England.
Pass play now. Into the hands of Jefferson. Complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 1. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Working inside the red zone. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
A tight end in motion now. They give it to him up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots get it back to a 14-point game.
Patriots 35.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. They give it to him again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Even with this lead, keeping the pedal down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here we go.
Another carry for him. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. 1st down, and they go right back to it. Crosses the goal line for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals make it a 3-score game in the 4th. York tacks on that extra point. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
His running back hauls it in deep right. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. To throw here on 1st down. Finds a man right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
19, Charger, 19.
From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Back now, pressure on its way. And he scores. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And that's the Bengals who are on that one. And that's a wrap on this ball game. Well, even with that kick, wasn't much chance of pulling off the late comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I think we can take the fork out and you know where to put it.
Yeah, they went out swinging. They did everything that they could do, but it just shows you in the NFL, premium for possessions. And when you stall out early and you dig yourself this kind of hole, awfully hard to come back and win.
Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
He'll go to a knee to close this one out, Brock, and it's only fitting that he's holding the ball in the end after the absolutely tremendous game that he had. So in the jungle, the Bengals take the win.